Right, hello guys, just a quick video as usual, just trying to make it so quick. I posted a video a few days ago about my project car, the BMW 523i, which I took in for MOT today, and I'm glad to say to those who wanted to know, it passed MOT. As a result, I'm making a spare key for the car. That's the original key with the cut, and this is what the spare would look like. Naturally, I would have wanted to make another original, right? This one is uncut, but today I've decided to make it to educate some of you guys. This is an exhaust key. Okay, so I'll open this one up, write some data on it, and then make this chip. And with the chips, I've been getting a lot of questions again that do these chips really work? So I'll show you how we use this chip in the process of making the key. So I've got the EWS unit. I'll extract data from there and write it. I've got a key blade that was already cut. It's been lying around, so I'll be using that one. I'm not cutting another key, so I'll be using this one. So and then with that, obviously I'll be using the exhaust key tool plus for some of the process, and then for the key making the data we'll be using a laptop. Right, so to open this one you need just something to sort of, you can put this push up and then it opens like that. So it leaves us with this. Okay, so we take this out. Okay, right, and then what we're going to do is generate the key. So I'm just going to go straight into my favorites. Okay, and then vehicle remotes. Right, so in here I've got my BMW, this one, the EWS, this one. Okay, so I'll click on that one. Right, so it gives us the options. I'm using the red, the wired key, so I will use this wire to connect and then generate the key. So what we're saying is, with this you put in this little wire. Come on. Right, you connect the end of this wire like that, right? And then this end here is going to go into right on top of our key tool plus. So it goes there. So we've got something like this now. We've got a connection like this. Okay, so I'll try to show you as much closely as I can. So now we click generate. We generate that one. So we're generating. See, there's a little red light now. And there we go. It's writing the data. Right, so the burn has been successful. So we click complete. Okay, so now this can be disconnected. Right, so what I've just done will enable me to program the remote, the door locking, the windows going up and down. So we've got our remote side of things done. Now for the key. Okay, this is the key. So we need to generate a transponder 7935. So we go to make our transponder for this car. So we click on generate transponder. Right, so we want 70, okay, so it's the 33 to 44. Right, so we want 7935 chip. 7935 chip is the one for the BMW that I'm working on. So it's that one, and then it says generate. So we click here, guys, to generate that chip. Right, so that's complete. So we click complete. So now we are good to write our key data on this chip. We are okay to write our key data. Right, guys, as you saw, the hotel would not make the key. It wouldn't. It can, but there's certain protocol that you have to follow with it. So I wanted to use a key position that's already used, and the hotel wouldn't let me do that. But I know the AK90 Plus is good with that. So what we do now with this, we take our chip, guys. This is the little chip that you're always saying, oh, we want to see it get to work. So we take this chip, right, and it goes in there. Right, I'm not putting any glue. I know at times people say, or secure it with glue or whatever, but they seem, for me, it seems to hold fine. So now I can put this one, right? Right, and I need to put a battery. I need to put a battery. I had one with me. Just bear me one sec. Oh, actually, before I can grab the battery later. So we take our AK90, you plug it in like so. Okay, we put it there, and then we take the USB end, this USB end, and we plug it in to the computer. All right, so you heard that little ping, which means we are connected. So we need to connect a battery still into this thing. So okay, so let me grab a battery. Right, so I've got my battery pack. Right, so I'll just cut out the one that I want to use. Okay. It's very hard plastic. There we go. Okay, so we've got our battery out. So the key chip is already in, you notice that. So slot in the battery and just quickly test. I get red, I get red, I get red, so we are good to proceed. So now we can close this up. Right, so see, we've got, so we just need to test that quickly as well. Okay, there's too much frequency going on. So we've got our 433, 433, 433. Okay, switch that off. Right, so now that's the key that we are working with. Guys, we put that to one side. Right, so now we can start our software for the AK90, this one. That's our AK90, and it's connected. You can hear that. Right, so with this now, we need to load a bin file. Okay, so the bin file we are loading. Right, this one. Okay, so that's the file for this EWS unit. So I'm not opening this. I'm not going to faff about finding a new key position and rewriting it, opening the EWS. I'm not doing that. I haven't got much time today. So we'll work with this one and we open it. Okay, so now that it's open, we go to write key. And I want to write key number 2. That's the one the hotel refused to write. So that's the key. You saw me loading everything inside. So our chip is right here. It's always good practice to make it sit that way. Okay. So we've selected key number 2. And it's that one. And then we write key. Put key to coil, right? Yes or no? Yes. It's verifying. It does take time to verify. Still verifying. So when I get in the car, I'll just program the 2 keys. Right, so we've got our original key in the AK90, and we just want to test, see. Right, so that is key number 1. Okay, so we are happy with that. We click OK. So now we want to load the bin file. We need to load a binary file for that one. We open it, we go to write key. We want to write key number 2. Well, let's go for key number 3. Maybe we'll be unlucky. And That's that, and we click right key, put key in the coil. Yes, we need to do that. That's our key we just done. Coil. Right, so the key is in the coil. Yes. So it's verifying now. The writing is done. Hoping it doesn't take as much time. Right, so our write has been okay, guys. Finally, we have our key. Right, so we go to test key. And there we go, key number 3. So guys, finally, that's our key number 3 written. So this will start the car straight away. No need to write any EEPROM data back to the EWS. So that's been a success. Right, so now we just need to complete making our key. I've got this little pin that I will put here. Right, so the pin is in and ready to go in, and then just have to make sure the orientation of this key is right. So you should be able to see through that little hole if you've aligned it correctly. So we take this, let me do it the other way. Okay, I'll do it from there. Right, so you see it's almost in that little pin. So now just go for the final push. That's the final push. And I have to push it just a bit further to make it really flush so that the key can open and close nicely, like so. There we go. So we can open and close nicely. So that's my spare key done. So what's left is to take these 2 keys into the car and program them. So even if this one was already programmed to roll the windows up and down, open and shut the doors, open and lock the doors, this one will need to be programmed, and as a result you program the both. So we'll be going to the car, guys. Right guys, so we're in the car. That's the key that we made. So we try that one. Starts the car. Right, and then the original. Starts the car. So that's a job done, guys. Job done. Right, so this key is programmed. Unlocks. It locks. So let's unlock and open the windows. There we go. Lock and close the windows. Right. So we are good with the spare key. Now the original unlocks and it locks. Let's open the windows. There we go. Locks, and it can still close the windows. There we go, guys. So that's how you make a spare key for your car. Thanks for watching.